Alright, are we back? The clock says 30 seconds. We've been live for 30 seconds? I sure hope so. Alright. Alright, where are my emotes? Does this work? Hey! Alright. Alright, this is part 2 of the anniversary stream. We have 5 nodes left to go. Hunter 3. The hunter's eyes are as keen as a wolf's. Amber. Oh, jeez. Shellcracker. And we have a new CG of Igla's unfortunate transformation. Beneath Lviv, Chilavig's laboratory has already been reduced to ruins in the fierce battle between Igla and Voimastina. Igla's wings stir up vortices like raging storms with every flap. Voimastina weaves between them, like a ship sailing against wind and waves. She has little ammunition left, so every shot must strike the greatest threat before her. She refuses to waste a single bullet unless absolutely necessary. At Grose's warning, Voimastina leaps upward and grabs onto Igla's raised wing. Perhaps because she still lacks precise control over this body, the mutated 3rd Gen doll's massive hand sweeps through the spot where Voimastina had been, grasping nothing but air. But Igla clearly senses something clinging to the edge where the bone and flesh meet on her wing. With a casual shake, she flings Voimastina straight into the glass wall behind her. The reinforced glass shudders under the impact of Voimastina's heavy frame. Her body and the shards fly backward together, tumbling across the laboratory floor until she slams into the wall behind, leaving a massive crater before finally stopping. Igla then lowers herself toward the shattered glass wall, searching throughout it for Voimastina. A gigantic hand thrusts into the laboratory room. Though the lighting inside is dim and Voimastina's exact position cannot be seen, it is obvious that Igla has grown thoroughly irritated by the doll buzzing around her like a relentless bee. She intends to trap Voimastina inside the lab and eliminate her in one decisive move. Though the cramped space prevents the tendrils on her body from functioning properly, it is like sealing a bee inside a jar. After that, she only needs to capture it at her leisure. To avoid detection, Voimastina presses herself against the wall, lightening her steps as much as possible. She dodges the massive hand sweeping and grasping for prey, making her way toward the laboratory doors. The doors have no handles. The 2 automatic sliding panels are sealed slightly tight. Voimastina tries to pry open a gap with her fingers, but the seam offers no leverage to force them apart. Kodafe vaults up 3 levels in quick succession, reaching the area outside Voimastina's room. After inspecting the door, she discovers a biometric device mounted above it. Grose's visual module locks onto Voimastina's location. The massive hand has already forced her into a corner, leaving her almost no room to maneuver. Voimastina could fall into the Igla's grasp at any second. The lights along the suspended gangway flicker erratically. Even as she speaks, Kodafe pulls explosives from her pack and starts rigging them. In the shadows beyond the wall, Voimastina moves with agility that defies her imposing build, slipping aside once more, narrowly avoiding the searching fingers. 20 seconds. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4. Just before the explosion, a faint sound comes from beneath Voimastina's foot. Unknowingly, she has been driven back to the very crater she created earlier. A loose chunk of brick rolls underfoot, and in her cautious retreat, she steps in it. Igla's hand suddenly stops searching. The scene erupts into chaos in an instant. Void Mastina's gunfire, the explosion of the charge, and a thunderous sweep of Igla's hand across the lab floor resound simultaneously, turning the once silent underground facility into a boiling maelstrom. Right before Igla's fingers make contact with Void Mastina's frame, the latter's assault rifle spits a burst of fire. Surprisingly enough, the bullets knock Igla's massive fingers away. Blood splatters across the walls, staining the white surfaces with horrific crimson. A wail of pain from Igla's throat. Maddened by the injury, she thrashes wildly, tearing through the lab's corner as blood smears across the ground in long, dragging streaks. Void Mastina seizes the moment and slips through the breach blasted open by Kodafe. Before Void Mastina can explain, Kodafe's urgent shout rings out from the distance. Another escape mission, huh? Eliminate 3 dolls or eliminate all enemies. Commander, changes in the combat situation require the dispatch of specific dolls for certain battles. The designated doll has already been deployed, but you can substitute her if you have already obtained her. Oh. Certain battles, commanders who have already acquired those dolls can swap out the default one for her own version. Naruhodo. Well, switch to commander doll. Man, even my Kodafe is better. Bum bum. Evacuate 3 dolls, not eliminate 3 dolls. Okay. Okay, I was mistaken. Oh. Oh, I have to. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, okay. I can make this happen. Here we go. Excuse me, Miss Void Mastina, can you clear a path, please? Onegaishimasu. Yeah, just like that. You're a bigger threat. Alright, can we reach? Yep, Tololo can be reached here. Alright, Chris Mole is the bigger threat. We can leave that stupid spider behind. And blow up this that's a big AoE. Anyways, 15 out of 22. Oh, great. Reinforcements. That's a lot of dudes. Alright, you're evacuating. You're gone. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. This giant mech. It's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Bye-bye. Under Groza's covering fire, Kodafe and Void Mastina break through the encirclement. The three regroup atop the platform. Even though Void Mystina's ammunition is exhausted, she remains unstoppable with melee weapons and hand-to-hand combat. But the frenzied Igla is not something the three of them can handle lightly. Having lost 2 fingers to Void Mystina's gunfire, Igla roars as she destroys everything around her. Brick and debris rain down in showers. With a thunderous crash, one of the columns supporting the platform is severed by Igla's vine-like tendrils. The three sprint at full speed. Void Mystina leaps first, with Groza right behind her, but Kodafe, limited by her smaller frame, is just a fraction too slow. Kodafe's fingers scrape across the platform's edge, and she plunges dozens of meters downward. But beneath her, a massive Elid's claw upward while a vine-like tendrils carpet the ground. Void Mystina, who has already reached the opposite platform safely, stops short and spins around, sprinting back toward the edge. She swiftly evades the tendrils lashing toward her, then leaps towards something flying through the air. Well, you know, maybe they should include more missions with, like, mandatory doll deployment. You know, just saying. Oh! That's new. She blooms for a moment and then sinks into eternal slumber, collapsing epiphyllum. Well, and this is how we get the mech. Boom. Void Mystina's communicator crackles with the voice of a familiar man. Is that Kevin? Yeah! Dr. Shaw's final legacy. Void Mystina secures the powered armor around herself. Engaging the thrusters mounted on it, she dives rapidly downward and catches Kodafe by the arm. With a light swing, she hurls Kodafe back up onto the platform. Then, with effortless sweeps, she drives back the surging Elids and clears the obstacles before her. At the same time, Groza's communicator finally receives a response. There's something else I can do? Void Mystina activates the scanner on her powered armor. It synchronizes perfectly with the Wolf Eye system within her frame, pushing it to maximum output. This is the invention of Samantha Shaw, the creator of Task Force Defy. Through the Wolf Eye system, Void Mystina clearly sees every vein and blood vessel coursing through Igla's massive body of flesh. She sees bodily fluids flowing quietly within, and beneath the enormous outer shell, she sees the true form hidden inside. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a Drakengard enemy. Or a Drakengard boss. Oh, hey! It's Faye. Mandatory. Hey. Hey. Diane. My Faye's better. My Void Mystina's better. Eliminate the boss. This track fucks. Oh, we can use 6 units. Holy shit. Sure, why not? Gerard Group, Igla. Yeah, this is nutso. Reduce Igla's HP to 50% or less. What do you mean, or less? What if I just destroy you outright? Wouldn't that just be better? Yeah! Yeah! Are these collapse crystals? I can't believe there are actually collapse crystals in the white zone. They're here too. Will the commander be alright? I'll think of a way to destroy them. All units, be advised. Large amounts of collapse crystals appear nearby. It's very likely they'll have a negative influence on the region. That thing's on the move too. Be careful, everyone. Survive another 3 turns! Objective, survive! Not even victory, survive! What is this bullshit? What do you mean they respawn? What the fuck is this? What is this absolute bullshit? Fine, well at least get rid of the mobile enemies. If I can't get rid of the collapse crystals permanently, at least I can do this. Fine, you want to be like that? Fine. I'll figure something out. I always do. Fuck yo collapse crystals. We'll get as rich as many as we can. Jesus. Oh shit. Things are turning bad. What the hell are you affected with, Faye? Disassociation state? What the fuck do you mean by that? Her HP doesn't decrease at all. What is this bullshit? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright, 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 alright. Fine, we'll destroy this one too. Alright, fine. Want to be like this? What is with that sudden hellstorm that shows up every time I kill an enemy? Okay, something is severely wrong. If I attack Igla, her HP doesn't reduce at all. This is fucking bullshit. Alright, what's the other thing we have? Collapse Storm. Wayward Conversion. When a unit dies, there's a 50% chance to summon a collapsed crystal cluster on a nearby tile. Oh! Oh, I see. That's bullshit. Fuck you. Fuck you all. Alright, come on. Do I have 6 stacks of tuning? Yes, I do. Okay, let's get back here. Retreat! No damage! Nothing! Nothing at all! What the fuck is this? Alright, I guess we just hang back tight. There's literally nothing we can do. Although you are... Niketa is, I think he's either charmed or taunted. Feared. Alright. Fear applied. That's worrying. Alright, just end action, end action, end action. We can't... Literally can't do anything else. No damage. Stability break. No damage. No damage. Cutscene. Pile bunker. Oh! Alright, the real body's still there. Yeah, this is like a Nier or Drakengard boss. Just saying. Igla's true body is dragged out from the monstrous shell by Voidmistina and flung to the ground. The blood-soaked frame of the third den doll crashes violently onto the already ruined floor, setting up clouds of crimson dust mingled with debris. Igla's mind seems to clear with a brutal impact. Oh, she's still alive! Holy shit! She struggles to rise, as if determined to fight Voidmistina one last time. A bullet from nowhere pierces straight through Igla's core, and she falls backward. Her scattered hair drifts like thin morning mist, dissolving into the dawn over Lviv. As everyone scans their surroundings warily, a drone of unknown affiliation suddenly approaches. The dolls raise their weapons in unison, aiming at the incoming machine. After a tense standoff, it does not open fire. Instead, it hovers in midair and extends the grappling claw beneath its fuselage. The claw hooks onto Igla's frame, then it ascends rapidly, vanishing from sight. Hi, Dora. Still lurking? Thank you. We just had to deal with a very stressful battle. Also, thank you for the follow, Zenita Gyaru. Somehow I missed that. Princess's Dream. It feels like a dream, yet also incomparably real. Scourge Moth? Fuck this thing. Her eyes snap open. It feels as though she has just awakened from a long and terrible dream. In that dream, someone tries to lock her away and subject her to some kind of experiment she cannot understand. Wait, why didn't the alert go off? It should have went off. What the hell's going on? Things are just broken. Also, thank you for the sub, Firo. Thank you for the anniversary. Now you can use the emotes. Aren't you happy now? In that dream, someone tries to lock her away and subject her to some kind of experiment she cannot understand. The laboratory in the dream is deep and cold. A woman named Pilavik stands there, laughing madly. But she forces herself awake. As long as she wakes up, that dreadful dream will not become reality.
Sensei.
Her. Not even Helena. Her.
Sensei? Mata, odekake? Sensei ga inai to, hitori ja tsumaranai.
She stares blankly at the complicated writing on the whiteboard. Teacher has already told her this is knowledge, part of the structure of the world itself. Teacher says that once she masters this knowledge, she will truly be able to leave this place. But now, she just can't bring herself to care. She searches every room, but Teacher is nowhere to be found. Although she's been told not to wander off, curiosity gets the better of her. She wants to go outside and look. Without realizing it, she walks out to the manor and arrives somewhere unfamiliar. She reaches out and touches the green field before her. To her surprise, as her hand moves, the surrounding plants begin to sway as if commanded. Vines become musical staves, and green leaves turn into dancing notes upon them. She waves her fingers and savors a long-lost sense of freedom. Like a fairy, she darts through the green expanse. There is no wind here, no light, no sound. She runs for a very, very long time, yet never feels tired. Only when her vision blurs into a vast white emptiness does she realize she has reached the edge of this place. To her surprise, a small girl stands there, looking lost. She has never seen anyone here besides Teacher. But she possesses knowledge. She immediately comes to the realization that this little girl must be human, just like Teacher. So she tries to speak. Aww. This is the vision that Orphalune saw. So I'm guessing this isn't the original Helena. It's not 043. Maybe a predecessor. Oh, that's new. This is a new part of the conversation. What the girl just said seems to have suddenly reminded her of something. She leaps to her feet. Her expression suddenly turns serious, startling little Orphalune.
私がここを出たらお前帰れない。あの夢みたいにお前の死を本当のことにしちゃいけない。
Orphalune tilts her head, not quite understanding. But it no longer matters. In the next instant, the world before Orphalune begins to collapse, dissolving into blurred patches of color, until all that remains is a bottomless abyss.
もう会わない方がいい。私の友達
That's such a weird thing to say to a friend.
オルフェルーネ。もうまた夢。
Helena cannot tell what is real and what is a dream. Just now, she remembers playing somewhere with a little girl for a very long time. She taught the girl many things and was invited to eat something called crepes. Was it really just a dream? Or did it actually happen? Helena does not know. But now is not the time to dwell on it. She is lost. She has to return to the commander as quickly as possible. Helena gets to her feet and runs on and on without stopping. Here, she does not seem to grow tired. Even after running for so long, a long, long time, she sees no one.
みんなどこ？
Just as confusion begins to set in, Helena is startled to hear voices in the distance.
だから私は全てを取り返す。ありえない。彼岸スペースはもう開いた。どんなに頑張ったってリビンは元に戻らない。死んだ奴らも生き返らない。
Orphalune does not answer. Her fist draws closer, until Chilavik can see her own reflection in Orphalune's pupils. Chilavik instinctively tries to flee, but no matter which direction she runs, she always returns to Orphalune.
無駄よ。この場所は私のルールで動く。あなたはただの侵入者。何をする気？全部終わらせて世界を元に戻す。あなたが触れてはいけなかったパラドックス、永遠の命も含めて。
永遠の命。ヘレナ、聞いたことある。
Wow, that's a very big word for a child to know. Orphalune and Chilavik turn at the same time toward the little girl who seems to have appeared from nowhere.
あんたは神が実験の実験体ヘレナ。カード43。ありえない。あんたはもう鍵として消費されたはず。ここに現れるわけがない。
相変わらず怖い。
Helena instinctively hides behind Orphalune. But when she looks up, she seems to notice something.
お前、大人になった。
なるほど。あの時私が生き残れたのはあなたがいたから。
Time shenanigans.
ごめんなさい。あなたにひどいことをしてしまって。
何のことかわからないけど、大丈夫。それにヘレナもなんか楽しかった。
Aww. Orphalune turns to Chilavik.
私がいるからあの子はここに残った。あの子がいるから私はここに来た。シルロビグ、あなただけが余計な存在よ。あなたは代価を支払わずに死を体験しようとした。今のあなたが得たのは偽りの死と不完全な永遠の命。誰があんたにそんなことを。言ったはずよ。あなたは私の知識を盗んだ。だからあなたは私の前で全てをさらけ出したも同然。
Wait, I thought Helena was hiding behind Orphalune. Now she's standing off to the side. What the fuck?
今のあなたは私が自分 現した性質を見ただけでコードの詳細がはっきりと目に浮かぶ。この感覚わかるでしょ？
Orphalune smiles at her. Chilovik knows she is referring to her creation of O43. But she no longer has any desire to speak. Because no matter what she says, it is meaningless before Orphalune. All she can do now is tremble and await her judgment. But Orphalune does not address her again. She turns to Helena and smiles.
待たせちゃってごめんね。今度は私があなたを送る番。
一緒に来てよ。一緒にクレープを食べよう。
ヘレナ、分かっているでしょ。10年前、私は見てはいけないものを見てしまった。そもそもここから出るべきではなかったの。でもあなたのおかげで私は祝福を受けて運よく戻ることができた。あの時の私の罪はあなたが背負ってくれた。
わからないよ。
大丈夫。今のあなたはただあなたの声が聞こえる自分の重要さに気づいていないだけ。全てが一つに戻った時、きっとわかるようになる。
Is she talking about all the other Helenas? Including Melanie? Speaking of which, where's Melanie in all this?
その時はあの人を守って、それが未来を紡ぎ続ける唯一の方法。
A door appears behind Helena.
一緒に行かない？
私は本当の未来を見てしまった。だからもう戻ることはできないの。さあ、行って。指揮官が待ってるわよ。
私全部指揮官に教える。お前のことみんな忘れないから。
Orphalune smiles and nods. But she knows that once Helena steps through the door, she will forget everything that has happened here. Because this is not the real world. But that is fine. As someone who has committed such a grave sin, she does not deserve to be remembered. After watching Helena leaves, Orphalune turns to Chilovik. She takes her trembling hand. Come on, Chilovik, isn't this what you wanted?
怖がらないで。永遠の命でも死でも、この悲願と現実の狭間でなら叶えられる。あなたも祝福を受けたかったの。
Isn't this what you wanted?
ここに残る子羊は一人だけで十分。ただ代価が必要よ。これは祝福を受けた者が誰しも通る道だから。
So what does this imply for the commander then? He's also a blessed. What price does he have to pay?
さあ、来て。
Orphalune grips Chilovik's hand. Chilovik struggles desperately, but it is all in vain. Hand in hand, Orphalune leads her towards the edge of nothingness, then steps forward and falls straight down. Everything slowly fades away until only emptiness remains.
指揮官。指揮官。
I finally regain consciousness.
ヘレナ、どうしてここに？
ここに来る途中、ここを覆っていたツタが消えていったから、そのまま装置を破壊してヘレナを助け出したわ。
I lower my head and see that the tank containing Chilovik's brain has lost its connection to the plants. It has fallen to the ground and shattered. The brain is slowly necrotizing and turning black after being exposed to the air. Beside me, Voidmistina, encased in mobile armor, easily lifts me and sets me on the armor's shoulder. Alva and Klukai, who were struck by the data surge earlier, are gradually regaining consciousness as well.
みんな無事か。
ここはもうすぐ崩れるわ。今すぐ離れないと。
いや待て、オルフェルーネはさっき隣にいたはずじゃ。
申し訳ありません。見つけたのは指揮官だけです。
だがオルフェルーネは確かに私と一緒に。
Groza and Voidmastina exchange a silent glance.
指揮官。そのオルフェルーネって一体誰のことなの？
Uh-oh.
何？
I look at Groza in confusion. She has been by my side ever since we entered Lviv. There's no way she wouldn't know who Orphalune is. Could something have happened out there just now? Something that damaged their neural data? I turn to Alva.
アルバ、君はどうなんだ？
いえ、知らない名前です。
She really has been forgotten by the world.
どうなっているんだ？
Does that mean Igla forgot her as well? Fuck. All that for nothing, huh? But the urgency of the situation leaves no room for such pondering. We have to move.
君たちは先に撤退してくれ。
間に合いません。
Voidmastina glances at the radar.
生き袋が来ています。
Even here, in the deepest chamber of the underground lab, I can hear their distant roars. The shrieks grow closer, as if they will tear through the walls and reach me at any moment. But
ダメだ。彼女を一人ここに残すわけにはいかない。
指揮官。
仮に死んだとしても遺体は回収したい。
I search frantically for any sign of Orphalune, but just as Groza and the others have said, I appear to be the only one here.
生き袋到着まで残り2分です。
諦めたくはない。みんなすまないがあと5分稼い。ボイマステナ。ここ。
はい。
頼む。ボイマスティナ。無茶な頼みなのは分かっているが。
わかりました。
Voidmastina offers no objection, no trace of dissatisfaction. She simply stares straight ahead with unwavering resolve.
みんな、指揮官のために時間を稼いで。生き袋は真下、8時方向の廊下と2時方向の実験室からやってくる。一匹たりともこの部屋に入れないで。
I am asking for something unreasonable here, I understand, but still. But we're gonna kill all the enemies. Yeah. Yeah.
ご命令を。
はあ？何が言いたいの？
Bye.
了解しました。
Nothing. 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 Nothing at all. 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 Nothing at all.
ターゲット確認。はい。
Here, I just want to use the pile bunker. That's so comically satisfying. Like, boom. Seated in Voidmastina's armor, I circled the entire underground laboratory. But Orphalune, who was just with me just before I blacked out, has vanished seemingly into thin air.
なんでこんなことに。オルフェルーネ、どこにいる？返事してくれ。
I shout her name, hoping for a reply from somewhere. No one answers.
限界です。これ以上は地下実験室が持ちません。ボイマスティナ、指揮官を連れて脱出して。
Voidmastina ignites the thrusters without a word, and the armor lifts into the air. A piercing alarm echoes throughout the lab. Chaos erupts around us. The ground trembles violently, rubble cascading from a scattered ceiling. Though her armor looks heavy, Voidmastina maneuvers with remarkable agility as she evades the collapsing walls. Suddenly, a metal beam crashes down from above, hurling straight toward us. Void Messina pushes the propulsion module to its limit. I feel as though I'm clinging to the wing of a jet, the air slicing across my face like blades. I grip her arm tightly. One slip and I'll be thrown into the red-lit abyss below, buried alongside the illits beneath Lviv. Just as the beam is about to crush us, Void Messina twists the armor 180 degrees and catches it with her other arm. The impact rings out with a deafening clang, and a visible crack splits across the armor. I know that if she were alone, she would have avoided it easily, but to shield me from harm, she chooses to take the blow herself. The armor plummets for an instant, then I hear the thrusters roar back to life. With a violent heave, Void Messina hurls the multi-ton beam into the abyss. The system warning. Left arm damage. Sensor failure. Shooting aid offline. The warning blares through the armor. I look at Void Messina. Her face remains expressionless, yet the rapid flicker of orange light reflected across it tells me how grave the situation is. Rumble continues to rain down. The Elits below surge upward in reckless pursuit. The armor darts like an arrow through the falling debris. But the earlier impact has clearly dulled Void Messina's responsiveness. Several chunks of rubble fly toward us. Without thinking, I draw my pistol and shatter one midair. 2 more pieces slam into the armor's head with a dull thud. She mentioned earlier that the armor's visual system is connected to Task Force Defy's exclusive Wolfeye, one of the key advantages that sets Defy apart from ordinary dolls. If the visual system is compromised, her firepower is severely reduced. While fending off Elits trying to leap onto the armor, my mind races away to get us out alive. The armor continues weaving at full speed. Throughout the violent air currents, I lift my head and begin calling out targets. Void Messina fires precisely according to my callouts, shooting them down. Seeing her accuracy steadies my nerves. She keeps firing as we near Grose's extraction point. An Elit drops onto Void Messina's leg. As her body drops sharply, more begins swarming onto the armor. I glance upward. We're less than 10 meters from the extraction point. Before Alva can respond, Void Messina's arm dips. Suddenly, I feel weightless. With all her strength, Void Messina hurls me out of the Elid-infested laboratory. Alva rushes forward and catches me. Her strength absorbs most of the impact. We roll across the ground before coming to a stop. I look down into the opening. Void Messina is nowhere in sight. Almost a minute passes, still no sign of her. But I refuse to believe she would fall so easily. I refuse to believe Void Messina would go down like this. A thunderous explosion roars upward with a powerful blast of air. One detonation follows another, as if something has ignited the sewer gas below, reducing Chilovig's entire research facility to ashes. Alva throws herself over me, shielding me from the searing shockwave, but I no longer care. I turn toward the opening, waiting for something, anything to emerge. At last, a familiar voice crackles through the communicator. As the heat dissipates, a battered suit of armor rises from the opening and stumbles onto solid ground. Alva steps closer and lowers her voice. Alva nods.
名義上私たちは確かにもう政府に所属している。指揮官と同じように私たちも契約を受け入れた身です。今の反逆正体はもうただの特殊部隊ではありません。この10年間私たちはずっとこの名前に新しい意味を見出そうとしていました。今はまだ詳細を教えるわけにはいきませんが。
You signed your own Mephisto agreement?
必ず反逆という名前の意味も含めて。少し話しすぎました。本題に戻りましょう。指揮官、今後は立場上苦しい日々が続くでしょう。ただ反逆正体はいつでもあなたの味方です。かつてのアンジェのように。
I look at Alva in confusion. She offers me a calm, unwavering smile and says nothing more. In that fleeting moment, I'm reminded of the commander they served 10 years ago. The one who truly made the name Defy an irreplaceable symbol. The sun rises once more over Lviv. The long night has finally passed, giving way to a dawn that stirs both awe and sorrow. The vines that once spread wildly across the city have vanished. Survivors stare at the ravaged streets in confusion, as if unable to comprehend what has transpired. But the ruined buildings and shattered infrastructure stand in silent testimony to the night's events. Diane's words are cut short by a heavy mechanical hum, followed by running footsteps and the humble rumble of armored vehicles. In the next instant, dozens of targeting reticles lock onto me and my subordinates. It's Javier. I recognize that voice. A familiar voice speaks from behind me. It's Javier. Princess's Dream. Behind the curtain. Oh, did you see me? That's so ominous. Did you see me? You wish you didn't. Holy moly, we're almost there, chat. The curtain falls. The curtain falls, but the show is nowhere near over. I turn around. Javier walks toward me from behind the ring of gun barrels aimed at my head. I glance at the surrounding soldiers. None of them were wearing protective masks, and I see none of the intermittent green haze that accompanies particle dispersal. What is going on? Not gonna answer, huh?
こんな時に銃口を向けることはなかった。
He's got you there.
そしてパラデウスを調べる証拠がいるなんて言わなかったでしょ。
Javier casts a thoughtful glance at the soldiers around us, then returns his gaze to my face. He waves his hand. The soldiers lower their weapons.
指揮官、信頼は相互関係。
どういう意味ですか？
サミット会場の監視カメラに君の姿が映っていた。怪しい人物と接触していたそうじゃないか。
怪しい人物？誰のことですか？
例えば今回の事件の容疑者、ジラードグループの現総裁兼楽園計画の責任者オレク・ジラード。
Oh shit, history has been rewritten.
オレク・ジラード？何を言ってるんですか？私はそもそも。待て、楽園計画の責任者オレク？
おう、奴はただの操り人形ではあったが、全くの無実というわけではない。
He forgot. The whole world forgot about Orphalune. All records of her disappeared.
そしてこのリビューを滅ぼしかねない実験の現場に君はいた。
Oh jeez. All these paradoxes. Javier's lie is so clumsy it feels like an insult. I have never attended the summit, nor have I met Oleg. The one who made contact with him was Kruger, and he died afterward. He does not even mention Orphalune's name. This method is not unfamiliar. It is entirely consistent with their style, and yet something is off. Though I've had no direct contact with him for 10 years. From our prior communications in this meeting, I know Javier has not changed much. He is skilled at twisting facts and spinning an official truth for public release, but when dealing with me, someone who knows the inside story, he would not treat the other party as a fool. He would offer appropriate bargaining chips instead, making refusal difficult. Forcing fabricated facts onto me and coercing compliance is not his style. In that case,
オルフェルーネ。
それは誰なの？
Javier's expression barely changes. For an old fox like him, that is hardly surprising. But the confusion in his eyes is genuine. He does not know who Orphalune is. He does not know who Orphalune is, either. Just, what is going on? It's as if no one but me remembers that Orphalune ever existed.
ヘレナを探し、楽園計画を調査することがクルーガーさんに言い渡された任務です。だから計画の責任者に接触したことも、パラデウスの実験室に潜入したことも、すべて。
指揮官、それは分かっている。だが上にとって全てどうでもいいことだ。要するに君はやりすぎたのだよ。オレクの企みを止められたのは10年前と同じように君はやってはいけないことをした。だから私も10年前のように君を助けに来たつもりだ。ヘレナをこちらに渡せば君のやらかしには目をつむろう。
ハーベルさん、私の任務はヘレナを非軍事勢力管理局に預けることです。
私をクルーガーの代わりだと思ってくれてかも。
I don't believe you.
だったらクルーガーさんと話をさせてください。
いや、汚れ役は私の仕事だ。君も分かっていると思うが、私の言ったことをすなわち管理局の意思なのだよ。
ヘレナをどうするつもりですか？本当にギラードグループを摘発するために証人として扱ってくれますか？
もちろん。
ハーベルさん、 ヘレナの安全を誓ってくれますか？
Uh-oh, he hesitated. I detect a brief hesitation in Javier's tone. To someone who knew and worked with him 10 years ago, that fleeting pause is telling enough.
やはり聞こえのいい嘘ですね。
私は君を困らせるつもりだ。ただ、ハーベル、私が話そう。
Behind Javier, a soldier hands him a communicator. Javier frowns, clearly displeased, but still raises the device before me. From the communicator, that cold voice sounds once more. I look at Javier. Perhaps because of the man speaking through the communicator. For the first time in all these years, he cannot meet my eyes. In that instant, I understand everything.
やはりあなたですか。さあ、
手短に言おう。指揮官、10年前のことについて。
Wait a minute. I feel like I've heard this voice before too. Earl Griffin. Earl Griffin GFL. Is he voiced by Sho Hayami? It's not listed. Fuck! What do you mean voice actor to be announced? That question from 10 years ago. The fox or the hedgehog? It sounds like Sho Hayami, but without proper voice credits, I cannot confirm. From the communicator, the Earl issues his final command. The soldiers around us raise their guns once more. Javier turns his gaze towards me and strikes the ground sharply with his cane. How should their story continue? Beep. Gritting my teeth against the stabbing pain in my abdomen, I sit up and switch off the radio broadcast. When I look down, I see blood faintly seeping through the gauze. Groza notices that I am awake and quickly comes to my side.
指揮官、ようやく目を覚ましたのね。 大丈夫？まだ痛む？
How the fuck did we escape all that? We had like 50 guns aimed at us.
いや平気だ。
I press a hand against my abdomen, holding the blood from Groza's view.
メイリンは3日も夜更かししてみんなの素体を直したわ。
Good. Give Mei Ling a year's supply of rice wine. She fucking earned it.
そよ風正体の素体損傷が一番ひどくて部品の交換が必要なんだけど、今の状況じゃ一番近くの修理所に行くことすら難しいわ。だから一旦ポルドニッツァに互換品を注文するしか。
ああそれでいい。
それでいい。
それにしてもあの兵士たち狙いが悪いわね。
Stormtrooper aim.
ハーベルさんの計らいだろう。
I recall the scene. After Javier struck the ground with his cane, there was a subtle shift in the soldier's eyes. I seized that moment to have Monsoon Squad deploy smoke grenades. We boarded the helicopter sent to extract us amid the chaos, though I still ended up taking a bullet to the abdomen.
そうだ。アルワとボーイマスティナは
偵察に出ているわ。警察も賞金ハンターも私たちを探している。
賞金ハンターが賞金首になる日が。
The hunter has become the hunted. I let out a sigh and flopped back onto the bed as if surrendering to fate. Groza gently pats my hair to soothe me.
グローザ頼みたいことがある。
何？
オルフェルーネという人物について調べてくれないか。一体。
実はもう調べてあるんだけど。
結果は？
自分で見た方がいいわ。
Did she die in Frankfurt 10 years ago? Groza hands me a few thin sheets of paper.
これだけ？
ええ。それで全部よ。
I skim through the documents. It is clear that Groza has made every effort to collect what she can about Orphalune, but the contents are sparse. Because Orphalune's personal history is nowhere as near as rich as I remember. The very first line of the file bears a piece of news that leaves me stunned. Orphalune Gerard, the only daughter of Oleg, current CEO of the Gerard Group, tragically perished in the Frankfurt incident 10 years ago. I had considered many possibilities. But this so-called fact far exceeds anything I imagined. I stared at the line for a long time, unable to calm my thoughts. Suddenly I remember the words spoken to me 10 years ago during the Frankfurt incident by the girl named Lunacia, and the many other worlds she showed me. The countless possibilities woven together by threads, stirred by blue butterflies. Nirvana.
そうだ、指揮官。実
Groza seems hesitant. Reversed her collapse if... Ayo! Sequel hook?
どうした？
メッセージが一件届いているわ。
Oh, fuck. Who is it from? Who got my number?
それを開けていいのか。
メッセージ？誰から？
暗号化されているからわからない。
Fuck!
だから安易に開けていいのかどうか。
わかった。転送してくれ。
I ask Rosa to leave the voice message with me. After she leaves, I stare at it for a long time. A few minutes later, with a soft beep, the message begins to play. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is bad timing, girl. You could be in danger. A sudden burst of chaotic noise and hurried footsteps cuts through the recording. The message cuts off abruptly.
カリーナ。
Damn it, Kalina. We specifically told you to never contact us again. You had one job.
ジラードグループ最後のさ、やっと手に入れた。
Zimmerman admires the third-gen doll suspended before him with satisfaction. She hangs in midair, limbs fixed by precise metallic arms, as though nailed to an invisible cross. Igla's torso is open, revealing the intricate structures within. Several data cables wind out from her exposed chest cavity, connecting to surrounding receivers. The only part of her body that can still move, her eyes, roll wildly, as if searching for something. Her vocal module is already damaged, only garbled syllables can escape her. Igla remembers!
おっと、発生モジュールを停止するのを忘れていました。
Zimmerman presses a button. Igla falls silent.
ご満足いただけました。期待通りの結果です、ティマーマンさん。トルメングループとはいい関係が築けそうです。今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。
ティマーマン様、今日は珍しくご機嫌のようですね。
ああ、いいことがあった。役員会のファイルを整理したら上がっていい。
かしこまりました。
Zimmerman exits the opulent and spacious office, leaving the secretary alone to diligently organize the files. A short while later, she places the last document into its folder, closes the cabinet, and dusts her hands off.
今日は忙しかったわ。
At the headquarters of the Orlog conglomerate, a woman who appears to be a secretary finishes her day's work and stretches. She then picks up the phone and dials a number.
あら、今日は帰るのが早かったね。今夜何にする？フィレミニョンのステーキにボルシチはどう？はーい、エスカルゴも付け加えるね。
Do you remember this voice? I'm trying to remember. Is it There's no way it's Lunacia.
今日の仕事はもう全部終わったわ。残業もない。
The doctor lady is dead from Lena's story.
ええ、だから家でゆっくり待ってて。
She sighs helplessly. She sits back down and begins typing briskly on the keyboard.
まったくもう、いつも心配させるんだから。彼女からか？
Is it the inside job? Yeah, it must be the insider. Their informant. AK-12?
指揮官絡みの面倒事は何とかしてくれる。怒られると思ってた。相手が指揮官だからなのかもしれない。あるいは組織からはお咎めなしになったからかも。
Because this transition means it's like, well, the two children are obviously referring to Alva and Boy Mestina.
指揮官を守るのも私たちの任務だから。任務がなくともそうしていた。そうかもね。ただ指揮官とコンタクトを取るタイミングが組織の計画
Way ahead of schedule. Jeez.
その方がいい。指揮官には私たちが必要だ。パラデウスは強い。
10年前の失敗はパラデウスにとってそんなに響かなかったみたい。この状況を作ったのはキツネとハリネズミの争いだけじゃない。裏に潜む大物たちの駆け引きこそ。
The tiger and the elephant.
私だってそういうのが嫌い。けど私たちも武力以外の戦い方を覚えないと。さあ自ら指揮官の前に現れるなんて思わなかった。組織がいてくれなければあっちもそう簡単に引き下がらなかったかも。
わからないな。全部計画のうちじゃなかったのか。
Alva falls silent briefly. She is not accustomed to nor skilled at navigating conspiracies and schemes. Fortunately, she once had a close partner, a true master at the craft from whom she now draws inspiration.
今後どうなるかはわからないけど、誰も予想できない展開の方が私たちにとっては好都合。相手はすでに切り札を切った。なら私たちの切り札も、それまでには少し大変なことになるかもね。は。
Seeing the look in Voidmustina's face, Alva smiles gently.
だよね。そういうのはとっくに慣れている。
Alva looks down at the documents on the desk, her gaze mild and tender. She murmurs softly, her trust in that person apparent in her steady voice.
頑張ろう。指揮官。希望が見えるその瞬間まで。
What the fuck is this? Are these just concept sketches? Yup, they are. An outro in my gacha game? Unheard of! Unprecedented! What? What am I seeing?
What can I offer to kid who doesn't know hopes? I can turn back and pretend I am blind. I know a flame so bright to keep. It burns me, but I don't care. The heat reminds me of the sun rising over the mountain. I'm proud I feel the pain. It will show my way. I can't be kind. That's how I live.
Isn't this the original opening music? Is this why they replaced the opening music so we would forget? I think it is. Do 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 do. The shadowless lamps in the operating room blaze with a blinding glare. Chilovig feels a wave of dizziness wash over her. Every joint, every muscle, every bone in her body throbs with a strange and unnatural pain. And yet, she is still alive. No, that is not right. Is she truly alive? This body, is it really still her own? No, she cannot make a sound, nor can she sense anything tangible. Her body feels unbearably heavy, yet at the same time as though it's floating in a void. This bitch survived? Fuck off! Meanwhile, Orphalune does not know where she awakened. She has returned to this place, strange yet overwhelmingly familiar, but she cannot remember how she arrived. Her last memory is merging with Chilovig in the deep sea of the torrent of consciousness. Just as she had surrendered herself to the descent, someone reached out and caught her. Who was it? That memory has already scattered like drifting smoke. Now she feels as though she is floating in the deep sea, rising and sinking with soundless waves. She senses light filtering down through the surface above, shining upon her warm and viscous. Could she continue sleeping like this forever? Or Felune feels like it's time for her to awaken. She opens her eyes. Her vision is blurred as though some strange lens covers her sight, rendering the world warped and distorted. The only thing she can see clearly is the reflection cast upon the dome-like ceiling above when she lifts her head. She stares at that reflection in disbelief. It's her. William! Motherfucker! Oi, 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 oi. Oh yeah, and I can buy out all these things. New Era's Nemesis. Suppressed Emotions. Universal Chain Key. What else? We made it, chat. Tea time activation. From Springfield. Thanks, Springfield. I needed that. Jesus fucking Christ. We're done. Except we probably have to find the hidden supplies. I'll find it on YouTube, don't worry. Give me those data connections. Wait, no, cancel. Fuck, I chose the wrong one. Collapse pieces. Always pick collapse pieces. Jesus Christ, I almost made a grave mistake. What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's me. It's me. I got Mosin Dagon, Boy Mestina, and Boy Mestina's weapon. Now I can emote here. Salute. Ugh. See? It didn't take me as long because I never played GFL 1. But I did watch the, like, really not so condensed summary of GFL 1. So I kind of get some of the connections. I know who Angie is. I know who Griffin is. I didn't know who Javier was. I know that the name Lunacia and William pop up a lot. But hey, I've been streaming for almost 12 hours straight. This is fucking bullshit. But hey, that's my 5-year anniversary for you. What better way than to read peak narrative? Oh my god. I am exhausted. I am tired. This is why I don't do a lot of endurance streams. Because they fucking suck. Anyways. Let's see. Well, thank you all for joining me today. It's nighttime now, but I started in the goddamn morning. Ugh. Well, time to raid out. Let's go raid. Oh my god, I am in fire. Because I really don't know who else to raid. Jesus. 5 years. Let's keep it up. I'm just thinking, what happened to my emotes? I thought I uploaded more emotes. What the fuck? Did it not register? It did register. What the fuck? Alright, so I should be able to use my emotes. So I don't know why Twitch is being a butt. Maybe I have to hit the refresh button on my Twitch. On my Twitch dashboard. Because I can't do that on OBS. Because that would fuck things up. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm so tired. But hey, tomorrow we're back for more Kaku Ranger. And we're going to see that legendary scene. Alright. Alright, I'll use these emotes. If you're subscribed, then you have animated emotes. I don't know if they'll like upload properly or what. Anyways, good night everyone, and remember, stay prime.